So in between this week and the last week, I have done one major thing here, and that is I have gotten all of the current subweapons that Jonathan has up to the point where they are almost mastered. The one exception is the axe. I accidentally went over on that. So you remember how the axe looked before? It was like a single-bladed axe that went up in a spiral, or not a spiral, but it went up in the air in an arc. I had to. This is Jonathan's axe now. Big double-bladed. So, yeah. So, I'm going to hold on to that for the moment. Actually, even better, I'm going to use the kunai for the moment because I like that better as a weapon. For those who didn't see the fully powered up version, 5 kunai instead of 3. And there's a few other things I picked up I'll show you. I also got some spells for Charlotte. Basically anything that was a drop that we didn't get last time, I've done my farming and gotten as usual. But first things first, we should have some things opened up, so we're going to go back and talk to Eric. Yes, Wind was revealed as Eric Lacard. So let's see what he has to say.
How are things?
Okay, so as you can see, we have Poison versus Poison finished because we have the 3 parts to make the sword.
Well done.
Assassin Blade, which is a sword with poison effect. And as usual, we're going to exploit this and get a bunch of them. Royal Sword, which you actually get from killing a certain amount of enemies.
How are things? Excellent. How are things?
Now, as you can see, he gives you the Gambler quest very early to give you a chance to start gathering the cards. But this is going to linger in our quest log for a long time before we're able to actually finish it. Oh, I just realized I do that quick enough I can make Jonathan kind of nod there. Yeah, really? You don't say.
How are things?
And hello, Warrior, welcome in. How are you?
Excellent. How are things? Excellent. How are things? Well done. How are things?
Just exploiting Eric's generosity as usual. Because, you know, he's a freaking ghost stuck in the castle. It's not like he has anything else to do. Shit. I didn't mean to do that.
Excellent. How are things?
Your classwork pants.
Well done.
I mean, you know, whatever you gotta do to get an A, yeah.
How are things? Well done. How are things? Well done. How are things? Well done.
Oh, and that reminds me, I had a joke about attending the professor's lecture and
Excellent.
take your seats, you know, get out your number 2 pencils and your blue books, and I never thought to make it. Oh well. So we're going to show off these 2 real quick. This is the Assassin Blade. Here's a... if I can get the critical art to work. Yeah. I seem to have better luck with that from the left. Something about the analog control is just easier. This is the Royal Sword. Pretty quick to swing, good amount of range, and you can get a little beneath the ground if you duck and swing, but I don't think it can double hit. Oh, and Jonathan did get one or two more weapons when we were grinding. That is the long spear that was dropped by the armored knight. Yeah, he's just that badass. I mean, you know, we make the jokes about him being, you know, Keanu Reeves' dude and all, but, you know, he is a man's man, too. Let's do something real quick. Okay, just a power rush. I just want to see what that was. We got the Medusa whip from the Medusa heads. Typical whip, but it can turn certain enemies to stone. Oh, hi again, Goober Slot. That's our Goober Slot. And we got the Rose Stem Whip from the man-eating plants. Not much to it. Typical whip. It doesn't really have any special effects. So we'll be going back to the Assassin Blade, or not the Assassin Blade, the Heaven Sword. Oh, hi, Vincent.
I'll make you a deal.
Will you now? Yeah, I got something big coming up, so I'm definitely going to want to stock up here. Yeah, and I am going to eventually want the Holy Claymore. I don't know if it's necessarily going to replace the Assassin's Blade just yet, but there is a lot to recommend it. I mean, large size, large area coverage, and its holy element. I'm trying to see what else has come up. Alright, good night, Justin. Thank you very much for coming around, and catch you soon. Always good to see you, sir. And we have all these weapons, and I'm pretty sure I demoed all of them before. And Charlotte has all the spells that she could possibly have right now, at least from Vincent. Oh yeah, and it's very important that I don't sell the longsword, the moldy bread, or the amanita, because then I'll no longer qualify for the Assassin's Blade. Although I think I canceled that one, so maybe it doesn't frickin' matter. Well, I got a lot of amethyst corsets from the LGS. And a couple of cotton aprons. That was a drop from the Student Witch. And frilly camisoles. That was a drop from the Persephones. I picked up a lot of Urias crowns, and also a lot of Calasiris, because I was spending most of the time leveling up the weapons from Elgiza, that big big pharaoh-looking thing. Well, you know, when you can get by here, Warrior, I definitely appreciate having you, but I can definitely appreciate also being able to play a campaign. Go back up to where the Caliceris was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, by the way, if you sell something that you're currently wearing, it'll just completely empty that slot. Okay, good. I have now have enough for the big-ass Blessed Sword.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's see what this thing's about. Holy Claymore, Batman. That is a fast swing. A lot of damage on it, good ground penetration. Rush for the attack. Yeah, now this is one of those things you can maneuver around pretty well with. The Royal Sword is the same idea as is pretty much any overswing weapon. Now this is something I'm going to hold in reserve probably for some of the bosses, because even though you see a very big dip in power with the Heaven Sword, you still get the double hits and the extra range on it. Okay, do you have anything else to say to me?
Well done.
Well, let me go ahead and top off on these things here.
Excellent. How are things? Excellent. How are excellent.
How are excellent?
How are things? Excellent. How are excellent.
Goober Slime, that comment actually reminds me of a Penny Arcade strip. Gabriel had joined a online MMO guild, I'm guessing for Warcraft, called the Terrible Swift Sword. He was like, we seek not only fat loots but also a deeper relationship with Christ. And then he's like, puts his hand like right on over Tycho's face. And he's like, bless this stupid noob, oh Lord, bless him right in the face. Oh yes. That is, in my opinion, one of the greatest movie quotes of all time.
How are things? Well done. How are things? Excellent.
My favorite thing about that movie, even better than the 5-minute scene of the guy tearing apart zombies with a lawnmower strapped to his chest.
How are things?
Or just held out in front of him, but just gratuitous 5 minutes of chopping up zombies and they are totally circling them.
How are things? Well done.
Well, he does occasionally say well done, so either he's commenting on our he's either commenting on our progress, or he's noting that his steaks are finished in the corner.
How are things?
The Gambler, collect Kenny Rogers.
Care to try? I'm counting on you.
Okay, so the good thing is we got a couple of spaces in quest for some other quests to come up. It's not hogging everything. Ghost beef. Okay, so our next destination, we are going to head back to the Tower of Death, and we are going to start exploring the parts we haven't before, because we've got a toad spell, which means we can get through that gap. Oh, and actually, first thing I'm going to do is Yes, we should always do that. Okay.
Charlotte!
Stone circle!
Yeah, this is very much vital to getting through this area. And I love how the doll will activate as soon as you get the presence there, but you just tongue it to death. No, unfortunately. As soon as you hold up and attack, it undoes the spell. This is really reaching back a long ways, but does anybody remember a Saturday morning cartoon called Street Frogs? The catchphrase to it was, "Who can do hip-hop better than a frog can?" And it was basically like Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids if they were like rapping anthropomorphic frogs. Except you didn't really learn much of anything from them. See, at least with Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids, you were learning from each other while we do our thing. Street Frogs didn't teach me shit. Never learned a goddamn thing from the Street Frogs. Oops, there's something in the corner I gotta go get. Ah! Yeah, I wasn't in time, damn it. Thunderbolt. Call thunderbolts down from the sky. We'll do that when we're in a safer place, just to show it off. And remind me, I'll show some other spells off later. It's like a one-shot hit, and considering it only does one strike, it's not all that impressive. Let's see, there was something... Oh, yes. Nightmare. This was a spell we got from Galileo. This was a spell we got from Malachi in the Forest of Doom. Okay, I forgot that was there. It's really good for getting rid of things like the flea men. It's like bowling for midgets. But the only problem is it is dark element. So it's not going to do a lot of damage to things, but if the thing doesn't have a lot of resilience to begin with, it will just roll right over them. Oh, here's another one. Yeah. Bowling for soup. I like them, actually. Where to Begin is a really good song, and I've done 1985 in karaoke before. Oh yeah, well, you know, caution is everything. You don't have rails on there. Yeah, I've never actually used Summon Frog that much, and I've definitely never used him by stairs, so I haven't seen that either. 1985, a lot of the ones I know about were off of the Drunk Enough to Dance CD, which is Life After Lisa, Where to Begin, Running from Your Dad. They also had a song called oh crud, I think 1985 was written by Mitch Allen of SR-71. They were a Baltimore band and a really good one. They were the guys that gave us Politically Correct and Right Now. And by the way, just a little side note. Gaibon and Slogger here. I played the Room of Close Associates for a reason. In Castlevania 4, these were the two of the last bosses before Dracula. And most people remembered the seeing them as early bosses in Symphony of the Night. Basically, they got pretty badly demoted. At least that's the story I've always put on it. Yes, Summon Medusa I will demonstrate a little bit later because it only works on a very few enemies. Basically, it petrifies them, but the enemy has to be vulnerable to it. Oh, you asshole. And we get another Rose Stem Whip, if you hadn't gotten it from the man-eating plant. And you gotta be very careful down here because there are assloads of spikes everywhere. And lots of flippy platforms. The gold-colored Medusa heads, by the way, will petrify you on contact. So there is that to be wary of. This is one of the reasons I wanted to pick up Stone Circle, because as you can see, it is a godsend around here. Except here, it's not going to do much, but... Koos. A Koos is a Koos of Koos of Koos, and no one can talk to a Koos of course. I don't go in for that, man. I mean, I'm not gonna kink shame, but it's just not my thing. Okay, screw this. Okay, you know what? Let's go bowling for gargoyles. Okay, gutter ball. As you can see, very little damage because it's darkness element. So let's go the opposite direction. Yeah, under normal circumstances, if you do a certain amount of damage to Gaibon, he will turn red and he will start shooting fireballs a lot more rapidly at you. Blue Cape. A beautiful blue cape. I'm going to switch out the Master Rings for right now because I don't really need them. And... if I remember right, I think the Charm Necklace just decreases the amount of time you're cursed, and the Blessed Ring, it nullifies it completely. And yes, you can. You can put on two different types of capes. You know, you bundle up for the winter, why not? I almost just headbutted into the spike there. I want to see if I can get Gaibon to do his I'm red and mad attack. Well, not with that, I'm not. Okay, well, let's see if we can get something raised up. There's the Kunimitsu as it is. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, that's what happens when Gaibon gets angry. Oh, I'm surprised that wasn't enough to master it. Oh, because I took the master rings off, duh. To be fair, we all laugh at that. This episode's clocking in and punching out was made possible by Mike Panza, Rick in Baltimore, Viceroy Scorn, D.I.O.D., Jumpy Cat, Shin Majin, the post-production contributions of Matthew Carr Anderson, and all my working overtime at being awesome lycanthro fans. Thank you very much for your continued support. Until we game again.